I told the surgeons to let my husband die on the table. The doctor came out of the operating room with red on his scrubs and asked to speak with me privately. He told me my husband had suffered severe internal bleeding and there was a complication they hadn't expected. "We can try a risky procedure," he said, "but there's a strong chance he won't survive it. And if he does, he may never be the same. The other option is to let him go peacefully while he's still under." My mother-in-law was standing right behind me and heard every single word. I looked at the doctor and said the words that would follow me for the rest of my life. "Let him go." The doctor nodded slowly and walked back through those double doors, and I heard my mother-in-law start screaming before he even made it inside. She grabbed me by my hair and threw me into a row of plastic chairs so hard that one of them cracked against the wall. "You killed him," she screamed, while her other sons rushed to pull her off me. "You murdered my boy." I tried to stand up and she broke free just long enough to spit directly in my face. My husband's brothers finally pinned her arms and dragged her to the other side of the waiting room, but they kept their eyes on me like I was the dangerous one. The older one walked back over and stood above me with his fists clenched. "We know exactly what you did," he said. "You wanted the insurance money and you couldn't wait for him to die on his own, so you pulled the plug yourself?" The younger one was already on his phone saying he needed to report a murder at the hospital. My sister-in-law was the calmest of all of them, which somehow made it worse. She knelt down next to me with a little smile on her face. "I always knew there was something wrong with you," she said quietly, almost sweetly. "I told him not to marry you. I told him you were cold inside and one day you would show your true colors." 2 police officers arrived within the hour and separated me from the family to take my statement. One of them sat me down in a small room and looked at me with an expression I couldn't read. "The family is saying you told the doctors to stop trying to save your husband," he said. "They're saying you wanted him dead. Is any of that true?" I told him the first part was true. He asked me why I would do something like that, and I told him I would explain everything if he gave me 5 minutes and didn't interrupt. I told him my husband had been beating me for 12 years. I told him about the black eyes, the broken ribs, and the time he threw me down the stairs and I had to tell the emergency room that I slipped and fell. I pulled out my phone and showed him photos of every bruise and every accident that I had been documenting for years because I knew someday I would need proof that no one would be able to deny. "He put me in the hospital 6 times, I said. "I have records of every single one." The officer's face changed as he scrolled through photo after photo on my phone. I told him I finally tried to leave this morning. I waited until my husband went to work, packed one bag, and started driving toward my sister's house 3 hours away. He had a tracker on my car that I didn't know about, I said. "He left work the second he saw I was moving and he came after me." I told the officer about seeing his truck appear in my rearview mirror, about how he was swerving across lanes and speeding up behind me and trying to run me off the road because he was furious that I was trying to leave him. "He lost control on a curve going 90 miles an hour, I said. "He flipped his truck 4 times and I pulled over and called 911 because some stupid part of me still wanted to save him even after everything." The officer just looked at me without saying a word. "They asked me if they should try a risky surgery to save him," I said. And I thought about 12 years of hiding bruises and lying to doctors and being terrified to fall asleep in my own home. I thought about every single time he promised he would kill me if I ever tried to leave. I felt tears running down my cheeks, but my voice stayed completely steady. "I didn't kill my husband, officer. I just stopped saving him." The police pulled my medical records, his phone data, and dash cam footage from a trucker who witnessed the whole chase. They closed the case within 2 weeks. His family still tells everyone I murdered him for the insurance money.